This video, we are going to talk about top 10 most anticipated books of 2021. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. 10. A Shot in the Moonlight, the sensational true story of George Dinning, a freed slave, who in 1899 joined forces with a Confederate war hero in search of justice in the Jim Crow South. Taut and tense. Inspiring and terrifying in its timelessness. Colson Whitehead, Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Underground Railroad. After moonrise on the cold night of January 21, 1897, a mob of 25 white men gathered in a patch of woods near Big Road in southwestern Simpson County, Kentucky. Their target was George Dinning, a freed slave who'd farmed peacefully in the area for 14 years, and who had been wrongfully accused of stealing livestock from a neighboring farm. 9. Let me tell you what I mean by Joan Didion. 12 early pieces never before collected that offer an illuminating glimpse into the mind and process of Joan Didion. Mostly drawn from the earliest part of her astonishing 5-decade career, the wide-ranging pieces in this collection include Didion writing about a Gamblers Anonymous meeting, a visit to San Simeon, and a reunion of World War II veterans in Las Vegas, and about topics ranging from Nancy Reagan to Robert Mapplethorpe to Martha Stewart. Here are subjects Didion has long written about: the press, politics, California robber baron sack, women, the act of writing, and her own self-doubt. 8. Just as I Am by Cicely Tyson. In her long and extraordinary career, Cicely Tyson has not only exceeded as an actor, she has shaped the course of history. President Barack Obama, 2016 Presidential Medal of Honor ceremony. Just as I am is my truth. It is me, plain and unvarnished, with the glitter and garland set aside. In these pages, I am indeed Cicely, the actress who has been blessed to grace the stage and screen for 6 decades. Yet I am also the church girl who once rarely spoke a word. I am the teenager who sought solace in the verses of the old hymn for which this book is named. I am a daughter and mother, a sister, and a friend. I am an observer of human nature and the dreamer of audacious dreams. 7. The Devil You Know, a Black Power Manifesto by Charles Blow. From journalist and New York Times best-selling author Charles Blow comes a powerful manifesto and call to action for Black Americans to amass political power and fight white supremacy. Race, as we have come to understand it, is a fiction, but racism, as we have come to live it, is a fact. Acclaimed columnist and author Charles Blow never wanted to write a race book. But as violence against black people, both physical and psychological, seemed only to increase in recent years, culminating in the historic pandemic and protests of the summer of 2020, he felt compelled to write a new story for Black Americans. 6. Walking with Ghosts by Gabriel Byrne. In vivid, melodic prose, Gabriel revisits his childhood in Ireland, a world that has long since been renovated by time, and juxtaposes these memories with scenes from later years, in which he develops and occupies that strange identity of movie star. Impressionistic and sensual, Byrne's visions of home, of boyhood and adolescence, are gracefully interspersed with jump cuts to pointedly unglamorous scenes from his life as he becomes an actor, as he becomes celebrated, as he becomes forever recognizable. 5. That Old Country Music by Kevin Barry. With his 3 novels and 2 short story collections, Kevin Barry has steadily established his stature as one of the finest writers not just in Ireland but in the English language. His prodigious gifts with language, character, and setting in these 11 exquisite stories transport the reader to an Ireland both timeless and recognizably modern. Shot through with dark humor and the uncanny primal power of the Irish landscape, the stories in That Old Country Music represent some of the finest fiction being written today. 4. A Swim in a Pond in the Rain by George Saunders. For the last 20 years, George Saunders has been teaching a class on the Russian short story to his MFA students at Syracuse University. In A Swim in a Pond in the Rain, he shares a version of that class with us, offering some of what he and his students have discovered together over the years. Paired with iconic short stories by Chekhov, Turgenev, Tolstoy, and Gogol, the 7 essays in this book are intended for anyone interested in how fiction works and why it's more relevant than ever in these turbulent times. 3. To Transition, Baby by Torrey Peters. Reese nearly had it all. A loving relationship with Amy, an apartment in New York, a job she didn't hate. She'd scraped together a life previous generations of trans women could only dream of. The only thing missing was a child. Then everything fell apart in 3 years on. Reese is still in self-destruct mode, avoiding her loneliness by sleeping with married men. 2. The Charmed Wife by Olga Grushin. Cinderella married the man of her dreams, the perfect ending she deserved after diligently following all the fairy tale rules. Yet now, 13.5 years later, things have gone badly wrong and her life is far from perfect. One night, fed up and exhausted, she sneaks out of the palace to get help from the witch who, for a price, offers love potions to disgruntled housewives. But as the old hag flings the last ingredients into the cauldron, Cinderella doesn't ask for a love spell to win back her Prince Charming. 1. Aftershocks by Nadia Owusu. When Nadia Owusu was 2 years old, her mother abandoned her and her baby sister and fled from Tanzania back to the US. When she was 13, her beloved Ghanaian father died of cancer. She and her sister were left alone, with a stepmother they didn't like, adrift. Nadia Owusu is a woman of many languages, homelands and identities. She grew up in Rome, Dar es Salaam, Addis Ababa, Kumasi, Kampala and London. And for every new place there was a new language, a new identity and a new home. What do you think of our list? Which book you like the most? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.